many of you know that the Lord will definitely pour His Spirit out to you? Of course, that's the brand new one from Jason Nelson right here in the Psalmbooker Gospel. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to one of the most exciting gospel shows, a gospel show that truly changes the lives of people. Not only that, we spotlight people that are making a difference in their music ministry and their business. Well, because it's Dr. King's birthday celebration, and this is a special broadcast today until 11, we're going to the telephone lines. I want to spotlight our first spotlight for here on the show, and I want to welcome Mr. Khalil Abdul Hakim to FMHDMS. Say good morning to everybody, my brother.
Oh, good morning. May peace and blessings of God be upon the listening audience. This highly spiritual program is very inspirational, and in these days and times, our people need inspiration.
Absolutely. Khalil, I'm glad that I met you in the community, man. You are truly making a difference in your business. First of all, I want you to tell people a little bit about who in the world is this brother, Khalil Abdul Hakim from Philadelphia?
Well, I have a history of practicing commercial law, although I'm not an attorney. My degree is in economics.
Okay.
But what happened is initially I started off in real estate and became a real estate investor. And when the circumstances and the situation of times changed in regards to the downturn in the housing market, a great deal of the people that I was associated with were going through foreclosures. And so I started to assist them, and then it became somewhat of a specialty. So I started to really assist a larger and larger amount of people through consultations. And in addition to that, I knew that another very deep economic problem our people had and have is debt. With slaves and prisoners of debt. And it's really economic and spiritual warfare that's going on. And so therefore I began to focus on the Fair Debt Collection Practicing Act and the restoration of our people's credit, and to empower them in the economic environment, because that's where we need to really focus.
So Khalil, how are you? Let me ask you this question real quick. How are you doing that? How did you go about doing this? Because you're living your dream. You're doing something to help people, because as we know, the housing market is making some progress, but yet there are people that are still suffering.
Well, yeah. The way that I looked at myself as a servant of God, and I was trying to see where, ironically, I was a real estate investor chasing money. And the irony of it is, as I began to help and serve people, more opportunities opened up to me, and my income and revenue increased. And I said, wow, I chased the money, it eludes me. I help the people, and I attract it. And so I've seen the work of the Creator and the spiritual principles, the laws of attraction, and I see that give so you may receive. I see these things in my actual life, and therefore a lot of opportunities began to unfold, and I'm discovering the more I assist and I help and I serve, the more abundance that comes into my life.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, and that's what Dr. King did for sure. He served us. He lived and walked the life, and that's why you are a man of honor today for what you are doing in your community. So if people want to find out more about your restoration abilities of what you're doing, share a little bit about that, how they can contact you, and what you can do to help them to live their dream and to get back on track.
Well, I thank you very much, Brother Simone. And it's three areas that I'm really focusing in, because I've seen three really serious issues. I'm a member and associate of Legal Shield, because I see the legal field. I look for ways to level the legal field, because I'm looking at what's going on in society. I'm looking at our inability to afford legal counsel and service. So that's one of the businesses that I'm working in. And the other one is, of course, the foreclosure. And the people losing their homes, and and that's such a traumatic experience, and credit restoration. So these three areas that I saw benefit our community. And so I give free workshops, and I also am available to speak as we're doing even right now to community nonprofits. So that's another service that I wish to give back, so that we can empower ourselves through these knowledge in these areas, because our people, they say, are destroyed through lack of knowledge.
That's true.
Our people, you see, so we try to hide. We thinking to go away if we don't. And the minute that you begin to believe that in any of those areas, if you do not respond to the notification, if you do not respond to the restoration, then you lose by default. So our people not knowing how to apply the Fair Debt Collection Practicing Act, how to utilize law firms. So I inform them and empower them in that kind of information and knowledge, how to operate within the financial market in regards to being financially literate to the degree at least to have your position as not so much as an enslaved debtor, but how to free yourself from a tremendous amount of economic debt institution.
Very good. Now, there's so many people out there that's trying to help others with restoring their finances and all of this, but certainly, I've been in your company a few times and I see the work that you're doing. You've showed me pictures of homes. You showed me your home, and you are truly living very well for what the Creator has allowed. Can you go ahead and give people information how they can contact you for this free workshop and information? And then I want to tie that into Brother Khalil, The Perfect Storm, this CD that you gave me, tremendously a great project here. I want you to talk a little bit about that. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I can be contacted at 267-581-4307. And also, the link is my whole name, Khalil Abdul Hakim, 4@gmail.com. I can be emailed. And also, if you type in my name for Facebook,
that's right.
You can plug in to Legal Shield as well through Facebook.
Right. Great.
So, again, that phone number is 267-581-4307. And I'm on. I mean, my eyes, because I'm running multiple businesses, and I'm self-employed. I make myself available almost according to the needs of those people who I service.
I know that's right.
So if people work at night or it's late in the evening, as long as it's not, ridiculously late.
I hear you.
And I also will make myself, like yesterday, I had an appointment on Sunday.
Yeah.
Up in Cheltenham Township, and the guy has an estate. He's in foreclosure. He has horses, everything. I went to his home in the rain.
Oh my, yeah, no, that's dedication.
We had a consultation with him.
Yes.
And and so we ended up being able to come to a better understanding of some of the process that he was doing, and I just corrected him on some of those. He wants to meet with me again today.
Wonderful. So
people can they can call me. I'll give them suggestions and consultations.
Wonderful.
And educate and inform, and that's basically really what it's all about.
Yeah,
is education, and the more informed we are, the more empowered we are.
Right.
And this is the objective and the goal, to level the playing field, level it in the economic field, level it in the legal field, because we see as we look across the nation, it's become dangerous. When our children leave out today, we don't know if they're going to return home safe.
That's right. That's right.
And many times, and it's all across the nation. And so, for example, as you said, you were going to segue or move over into the conversation about Legal Shield. I've used it, so I'm a product of the products. I've used the services, and so therefore the power of belief comes into play because people understand the authenticity and the sincerity of when you're communicating with them. They don't listen to what you're saying; they listen to what they feel, or they experience what they feel, and so people in their spirit connect to you when you're authentic and sincere. And so I do not promote anything that I don't believe in.
I know that's right.
So the power of belief, the power of the word, the power of the spirit.
Yes.
And so this, all these levels of empowerment. See, you can read the 48 laws of power all you want, but if you look at the end of everyone who practiced the 48 laws of power, they end up being losers.
Yes.
So, but if you look at those who empower themselves from the inside out, they end up being winners.
Sounds good.
And so with this knowledge and information, no one can take it away from you.
Wonderful. So, Khalil, very quickly, one more time, give them your telephone number, your email address, and give us your final word today, since we're celebrating the life, the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, because I know the dream is in you and the dream is definitely in me, and we are living it.
Yes. Again, my telephone number is 267-581-4307, and I can be reached through Khalil Abdul Hakim 4@gmail.com, the number 4@gmail.com, and that's the best way to reach me. What is the next?
Yeah, I wanted to know, can you share to the people your final word and encourage them to live out their dreams like you are? Go ahead.
Well, in listening to your show, the spirit of the ancestors reached out to me and inspired me just listening as I remember looking at towards the end with Martin Luther King. He began to go beyond civil rights and go towards more human rights. And as he began to step out into the international, they said, oh, this man is becoming a threat. See? And so we see that it was about, he was getting ready to move out into the larger aspects of humanity, and that would have brought about a unity in the coalition that they were extremely afraid of.
Right.
And so, he began to really see, and he began to even communicate with people who we would think had opposing views. But in truth, they began, when you move up towards the oneness of all creation and the truth and the spirit, that when you get towards the top of that pyramid, we all start coming together. At the bottom is the confusion. You see, and we if we had all of the great leaders here today, they would all love and embrace each other.
That's right. That's right.
But the people who follow the leaders will fight each other. So we're not really living their principles. And so this is the message that I would say on this day that we celebrate Martin Luther King. That's the most important thing, that we come together in the spirit of his spirit.
Yes.
In the spirit of the creation and the spirit of God.
Great word. Well, we thank you, brother Khalil Abdul Hakim from Philadelphia, sharing about your business, how to help people to live in balance with their finances. And, of course, if they're losing their home and foreclosure, they can give you a call at 267-581-4307. Tell everybody real quick what you think of this station and the radio show.
Oh, man, it's fantastic, man. It's inspirational.
Thank you.
And we need things to bring joy and light and spirit to us. Not all the time taking just some very serious things going on around us. And I look at the people's faces and I see a lot of death of hope. So anything that brings them back to the dream state where they have hope again and dream and inspired is great and fantastic.
Thank you so much.
All on the journey of self-empowerment.
Absolutely. Well, make it a great day. Continue to keep on living the dream. Keep on doing what you're doing because you are making a difference, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. We appreciate you.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.